Well, welcome to In the Box Seat at Greyhound Racing SA. Got a big week of greyhound racing coming up again. We've got our good dogs back from Melbourne. They all went over to interstate, of course, at the weekend, and our stayers didn't go all that well. They didn't qualify for the final, and of course Dark Duo in the Dawson. But they're back home, and we'll be seeing them race on Thursday night. We've actually got two of the star stayers up against each other in the 731. 40-20's drawn the red, and Calden Mayhem has drawn the middle. It's only a small 5 greyhound field, so there'll be no hard luck stories, and should be a wonderful race. You'd think 40-20 might lead for a while, and Calden Mayhem will be at him pretty quickly. So a bit of a grudge match there coming up on Thursday night, and I can't wait. Dark Duo, of course, has drawn the red on Thursday night, and he should be straight back into winning form. His record at Angle Park has absolutely been sensational. Our guest on In the Box Seat tonight will be George Cooper, of course related to the Remans, and we'll talk to George coming up soon too. Let's have a look at the big races around Australia this weekend. We've got the final of the Sandown Cup this week. We've also got the Dawson final at Sandown, and the Bulli Gold Cup is also on this week. As far as our major event, we've got the Stayers Cup Heats on June the 2nd. The final is worth $7,000, and that'll be on June the 9th. As far as what's on in Adelaide this week, for Wednesday, the Honeys are suggesting that race 6, number 6, Star Pick, is the greyhound to be on. Star Pick, of course, has only recently come to South Australia, created a very, very big impression, and in Wednesday company should be very, very hard to beat. Their other tip is race 8, number 3, Arvo's Pearl. Been going very well, Arvo's Pearl. She's getting better with every run, and she does show a bit of promise over the 600. Actually, I bred this litter with Carly Arvanitis. I can tell you a funny story about Arvo's Pearl. There are only 4 dogs in the litter, and I had them on the back porch with bales of hay as they're bedding, and it was a very hot day, and I came home from work one particular day when they were about 5 or 6 days old, and I counted them up, and there were only 3 pups. So I started searching everywhere for them, and underneath the hay and all over the place, and it turned out that the mother had disturbed the grate on the drain pipe, and I put my hand down there into the S-bend, and there was Arvo's Pearl. So ever since then I called her the drain pipe dog. So it survived a pretty ordinary start, did Arvo's Pearl, but it will win some races. Now the hot tips from the Honeys for Thursday: race 1, number 2, Arca Ringa. Very promising dog, only had a short race career, got plenty of early pace. Their first 4 is race 1, 2, 1, 4, 3. And then in race 4, they're going for number 1, Kinkabale. Remember back about a month, 6 weeks ago, Kinkabale put together a whole lot of wins, and the red should see him return to his best form. The first 4 there, 1, 2, 3 and 8. The weekend, we've got greyhound racing on Saturday at Barmera, and on Sunday there is a Strath Twilight meeting. As far as I'm concerned, dogs to watch in the coming week: Wednesday, Cool Doll, and also, as I mentioned before, Thursday, Point 2 Over and Evacuation. I think Star Pick's the other one for Wednesday, of course, but you don't have to be a genius to pick him. Our guest in the Box Seat is George Cooper, a man steeped in greyhound racing history. He's the trainer of Oak Tree Bandit and Persuading, which ran at Angle Park on Monday night, and he's joined us. So welcome, George.
Thank you, Ray. Pleasure to be here.
Now, you've been around the game for quite a long time, since you're running around in short pants.
Oh, definitely. Seen a lot of the old guys and all the new people, but I was there for the last race at Bolivar and the start of all the new industry here.
And, of course, you... mother and father, George and Irene Reman, so you know a bit about good greyhounds.
Oh, I hope we do. I mean, we've been at it a long time, but a fair bit of luck's come into it too.
Now, I believe a bit of credit for dogs like Chaos Master and Rockfish needs to go your way. What's the story?
Oh, well, I bred the litter, and I gave Chaos Master to my little brother, and of course I gave him a good one. And the other one I sold to Paul Forshaw, and he's a good owner, and I'm happy for him that he's getting good wins out of him.
And what about the ones you kept?
Well, they're getting there, but they're injury prone at the moment. But I got the best one, I hope. I just hope I can get him to the track.
And which is the best one?
Oak Tree Outlaw by a long way.
Right, so when should we see him back?
He'll trial again next week. He's trial Tuesday night, and cross our fingers he stays in one piece.
Now, you're from Murray Bridge, and of course in my childhood, they had a track at Murray Bridge a long, long time ago, and now you've got a straight track there. What's it like training greyhounds at Murray Bridge?
It's good. I actually look after the straight track with Bobby Harris. We've brought it back up to scratch, and it'd be nice to see racing there again, but it's a good, safe track, and it's handy for all the trainers in the area.
And how many trainers would there be in the Murray Bridge area now?
Well, the two biggest ones, of course, are the Rasmussens and the Matt Cotts, and there's a sprinkling of others there, probably another dozen smaller ones, Bobby Harris and Don Murray and a few other people.
Of course, Oak Tree Bandit is back racing again. What do we know about him?
He's coming back from an L7 injury, and he's been out for 2 months, and he's in Wednesday, and cross our fingers that he stays in one piece.
And Persuading came to you from Victoria.
Yes, she came to me as a non-chaser with our follow-on lure, which has been a godsend for a few dogs, and hopefully it's a godsend for her too.
So what's the future for George Cooper? Breeding a few more?
I would hope so, but that'll be depending on the wife. She's a paraplegic, and it makes training pretty tough.
It would, and I understand she actually comes to the greyhounds with you, which is fantastic. So you work as a unit, and you care for her during the week, so you're a devoted sort of a character.
Oh, I don't know about devoted, but if the dog loses, then I'm going to hear about it all the way home, I can assure you.
Well, we wish you all the best, and I hope you have a bit of luck in the future.
Hey, thank you, Ray.
Our guest on In the Box Seat was George Cooper. We do thank him and wish him all the best for the future. Now, our In the Box Seat tip for the week is on Thursday night, and it's race 5, number 8, Strictly Mambo. Of course, he's well known as one of our great dogs. Strictly Mambo has been racing pretty well, and he goes well over the 600. So that's the In the Box Seat tip for this week. And don't forget, for more information on greyhound racing, go to grsa.com.au and keep up with all the latest with us each week.